Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, Aaron, with Evolution Daily, and welcome to part 5 of the 5-part intergame series that I decided to hold this entire week, all leading up to the U 2.0 intergame workshop that I'm holding this evening. Huge shout out to all of you guys that signed up, and if you didn't, it's not a big deal. Keep watching the channel. I'm going to keep shelling out valuable, entertaining videos for you guys, probably until the day that I die. Now, what I want to discuss in today's video is something that I think is going to help a lot of you guys that are feeling frustrated in the game. And I understand that, especially early on, or maybe even if you've been doing it for a while, and you're not seeing the results that you want, you're not sleeping with girls, you're not getting as many dates as you'd like, maybe you're still suffering from bouts of approach anxiety and that's frustrating you. Whatever this kind of pain that you're feeling is, I wanted to make this video to kind of address some of that and to sort of just give you, I guess maybe a bit of a blueprint, or more so maybe a condolence rather, that's kind of going to help you, I feel, to get through this plateau, if you will, this sort of hopelessness that you feel. And I've been there, trust me, man. Early on in game, I remember going out and just thinking, like, come on, man, really? Like, I get that these guys on these videos are doing it, I understand it, I'm reading it, I know these guys get laid, but for so many years, I felt that I was a guy that was not supposed to sleep with hot girls. There's guys that are born rich, they're born good looking, they're born fucking to be jacked and tall and whatever. I'm none of these things. I'm just not gonna sleep with girls. So it was hard for me to convince myself during these difficult periods that I should just keep going. And what I realized later on in game, okay, and back then I just dealt with it in my own way. I mean, when I started game, I was still drinking booze. I mean, I probably got wasted a lot. You know, I'd fucking get a lay here and there, and I'd cling on to that girl and make her fuck me just as much time as I could possibly get out of her, even if I was being thirsty, even if I was, I dealt with it in my own way at that time. But later on, especially after I discovered, or not discovered, but created rather, Evolution Daily, I've worked with a lot of guys who are dealing with this, both on the virtual instruction program, on boot camps, guys that just email me. And what I've come to realize is that your confidence, the way that you feel about yourself, your self-esteem, the esteem in which you hold for yourself, it cannot and should not and will not be determined upon the actions and the opinions of others. So I'm always talking about the 18-40-60 rule, and if this is your first time hearing me say it, then this is what it is. The 18-40-60 rule, and it's different for everybody, but it states that at 18, you care what everybody thinks about you. I gotta have the newest shoe. Maybe you're a senior in high school and you're 18. I just graduated high school. You gotta have the newest shoes. You want your friends to think you're going to a cool college. You want to look good. You care so much. Like, if 3 of your friends are mad at you, it's a huge deal. It's the end of the world. Your entire ego and self-esteem and your confidence is all based on what everybody thinks about you. Now, when you're 40, you've lived a lot of life. You've had experience, you've had kids, you've had hardships, you've had people die, you've had fucking wins, you've had victories, you've just like settled into your life of who you are, and you're kind of at a point where you're like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me, bro. I'm gonna live this shit. I don't give a fuck. Think about like some fat 40-year-olds, They're just kind of like, fuck it. It's my life. Fuck it. And then when you're 60, you realize that nobody was ever thinking about you to begin with. Now, for me, I would say this is like the 18-23-26 rule. 18-23-25 rule, maybe. 18-22-24 rule, maybe. That's what it was for me. Getting to this point, ultimately, where you realize that these people do not, like these people that you care so much about their opinions of you, These girls in the field, I'm not going to get too far off topic here. These girls in the field, these people that see you approach, man, you know how many times I get fucked with, dog? You have any idea? Nice try, dude. Better luck next time, buddy. Hey, yeah, good one, man, good one. good job. Go on now, go on. You know how many fucking times I get fucked with? I'm out here slaying. And these, people see me get rejected once or so. I don't care. I don't give a fuck, man. And that's what I want to instill in you. I don't want you to fucking care. Your confidence, your esteem in which you hold yourself, it needs to be predicated upon and determined by the actions that are within your grasp, that are within your control. If you're watching this right now and you're overweight, don't feel bad because you're fat. Feel bad if you're not going to the gym and eating well. If you're watching this and you're overweight, feel good about the fact that you're taking the actions towards getting to where you're going. Evolution daily. Are you evolving daily? Then feel good about that. Now, when it comes to going out, day game, night game, I want you guys to bust out that phone. I want you to pull up the notepad on your phone. And I want you to type in Friday night opens. Friday night approaches. Okay? And then I want you to write next to it 10. I want you to write down 15. If you're just beginning, I want you to write down 5 next to it, okay? And underneath it, I want you to put that shit in your pocket. And then I want you to go up and I want you to approach women. And I want you to write down things about them. Red dress, brunette, blue romper, hot ass bottle girl, whatever. Write shit down, okay? And I want you to hit that number no matter what. And if you hit that number, then that's your first checkpoint, okay? I always say that you need to view pickup as an RPG, a role-playing game. You ever played a role-playing game? You ever played Halo? You work, and you get to that first checkpoint. And then what happens? After that first checkpoint, you die, but you're still there, okay? Now, every time you die, you end up back and you keep all of that progress that you've now made, all right? And so, no one can take that from you. So, find confidence in the fact that you've made this number of approaches that you set for yourself. You set a goal for yourself, and you've now accomplished this goal. And by accomplishing that goal, again, that's where you find the confidence and the determination to keep going, because you are setting the goal to hit this first checkpoint for yourself, and now you're hitting the first checkpoint. And again, nobody can take that from you. Now what I want you to do after that is I want you to get to the second checkpoint. I want you to really be laying out intent, okay? So again, you're getting rejected, they're not going on dates with you, they're not hitting you back up, whatever. You're now making the proper amount of approaches and you're laying out intent. You're saying, you know what, I want to take you on a date. You know what, let me get your number. I'd honestly very much like to hang out with you. I think you and I should go to the bar that we just mentioned together this weekend. You're laying it out, okay? And then for your next checkpoint, I want you to increase the length of time in which you're sticking to these interactions, okay? It's not enough to go out and do 10 approaches that only last 1 minute. You've got to build comfort. You've got to build a rapport. You've got to demonstrate your attractive character. That's going to make her want to hang out with you again. It's going to make her want to come home with you, okay? So I want you to hit these checkpoints. And I want you to set them up for yourself. And your next set of checkpoints is I want it to be that you're isolating women, okay? So whether it's day game, you're going for instant dates, you're taking them to fucking Starbucks, or whether it's nighttime and she's with her friends and you're getting girls to come sit over at the bar with you for a minute. And, hey, I need to go grab a water. You want to come up there with me real quick? And then if you really, really like the girl, don't be afraid to buy her a drink, okay? In your next set of checkpoints, I want you to fucking pull. I want you to be getting solid numbers. I want you to be going on dates with girls, okay? And again, it's something that's going to take some time, but you got to work up to it. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. It hasn't happened overnight for anybody. Success in anything has not happened overnight for anybody, okay? So don't beat yourself up because these girls aren't calling you back. They're not texting you back. They're not going on dates with you. Are you hitting these first checkpoints? Are you putting the criteria for success that you have for yourself in your own hands? I think a lot of you aren't. I think a lot of you are watching my infield pickup videos in general. My pickup videos where I'm just talking about shit. And you're like, man, Aaron makes it sound like I should just be able to go out and do this. Like, it shouldn't be that difficult. Why is it so hard for me? Fuck. But are you really even making the approaches that you want to make? Are you hitting these first checkpoints? You understand what I'm saying to you? Put the criteria that you have for yourself, for the success for yourself, for your self-esteem, for your confidence, for the esteem in which you hold yourself, put that in your own hands, all right? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really hope that this video helps you out with making it through, again, maybe this plateau that you're going through, maybe this spot where you're not seeing the results that you want. Really hope that it helps you out. And again, the YouTube 2.0 workshop is tonight, but so many of you guys are going to be watching this afterwards. If you want, you can buy the replay. It's over at evolutiondaily.com/you. And I will talk to all of you very soon. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you are not yet already. Peace.